Hello everyone, it's Benny, and today I just want to share with you what I've been doing for the past 2 months. Where have I been? What have I been up to? Is there anything you might be interested in? That kind of things. Just give you an update, because it's been a while since I made a video. So, first off, for those of you wondering, hey Benny, where on earth have you been? Why haven't you been making videos for 2 months? Well, fortunately, about 2 months ago, I made a video called Why I Don't Make Videos, where I did, at least I think, a pretty good job of explaining why I haven't been making videos recently. So, if you're interested in that, you can just go watch that video, because that's pretty much why I haven't been making videos. But the real reason I'm making this video is because I've done a few things that you might actually be interested in. So I thought I'd go ahead and share that. First off, for all 2 of you who've been following me on GitHub, you may have noticed there's 3 new projects that have come up out of nowhere. What are they all about? Well, I have 2 projects named GDX and GDXJ. And those are my R&D projects for the 3D engine. The GDX being the R&D for the C++ version, and GDXJ being the R&D for my Java version. So if you want to know what all the sort of unreleased material, as in, my end of things is, well, in other words, all the code I haven't quite made a video of yet, but just, here's the code anyways. Here's what I haven't organized. Here's all the thoughts, all the nonsense, all that stuff. Well, there you go. And it's unfortunately not everything, because I did have a mild hard drive failure because I completely destroyed my computer playing around with things I really shouldn't have been playing around with when I had Linux installed. But it's most of the stuff anyways. So, yeah, if you're interested in any of the future code, any of the code I've been doing for the 3D engine that I haven't made a video on yet, look in GDXJ and GDX. And in case you're wondering what GDX and GDXJ mean, absolutely nothing. They're just short phrases that aren't really pronounceable, and yeah, that's all they are. They don't actually have any meaning to them. So yeah. And you notice I have this other project that I've uploaded very recently. In fact, I only put it on GitHub 8 hours ago, so it's relatively new. This is a little bit more interesting, because you see, about 3 months ago, I thought I had what I was going to do next in the 3D engine series, the engine architecture, all figured out. I thought, hey, I've got this figured out. There's nothing that's going to go wrong. I got a plan, more or less. That's what I'm trying to say here. I thought I had a plan. But then I was playing around with it. I was trying to actually, make games with it, and realized, yeah, this really, really isn't working out like I wanted to. So that's where HOT comes in. This is my experiment in engine architecture, because I'm sort of redoing the whole section of the 3D engine series that I'd planned to do next. Because, well, it hadn't really been working out. So what I'm doing in this project is I have it's not a 3D engine, it's a really basic 2D engine based on AUT, and the whole point of it is it's supposed to help me figure out how I'm going to organize the engine to best be suited for game development. And the way I'm doing this is I'm actually developing games, and I'm seeing how I can organize things so that they're, well, let's just say they'll meet the architectural goals that I have in mind. I'll be talking all about the exact details of that when I get back to the 3D engine series. Whenever I make the next video on that. But this may be interesting news for you, because what I'm considering doing, for those few of you who've managed to actually stick it out for me for all these years, wanting that next video of the 2D OpenGL RPG series. If you're still here, today just might be your lucky day. Because what I'm planning on doing with this is I'm planning on, well, making an RPG as one of the example games. It's not going to be on camera or anything, at least not in my current plan, but if you have any interesting ideas about that, that don't involve doing a whole nother tutorial series, I have enough of those going on, then hey, send me a message or whatever. Maybe I'll manage to do something if you have any ideas of how I'd record that. But what I'm trying to say here is I'm thinking of actually building an RPG based on this, akin to what I was going to do in the 2D OpenGL RPG series. So if you've managed to stick it out for all these years, you might just get to see what that would end up being, essentially. And like I said, I'm not going to be going back to recording it for the same reason I've told all the people to actually ask. The reason I stopped that series is because I've covered all the technical aspects of RPG development I was really interested in doing in that series. Anything else I want to do would either be part of engine development, which of course would be something I'd prefer doing in the 3D engine series where it would be more appropriate, or it would be something along the lines of, okay, in this video we're going to make the goblin enemy. Hey, the goblin works, cool, now let's make the ghost enemy. Hey, the ghost enemy works, cool, now let's make the dragon enemy. You know, just sort of wrote things that would, well, not really make interesting code, not be things that... What am I trying to say here? They'd be things you'd be smart enough to figure out on your own. Things that be specific to development, things that really wouldn't make good tutorial material. In all sense... Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say at this point, even if I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah. And the other things I could do is I could do graphics and such, but that doesn't really have to do with coding it, which is really what I want that series to focus on. So there you go. But the whole thing I'm trying to say here is if you're interested in seeing an actual 2D RPG somewhat along those lines that might be finished and workable, I'm considering doing it here. I'm not committing it to it yet because I really have no idea how far I'm going to have to go into this before I have an engine architecture that I'm happy with for the next segment. But that's what I'm planning on doing, so you might very well finally get to see your 2D RPG in action. That's what I'm trying to say. But in more interesting news, and not me boring you with speaking over a static image for hours and hours. Good lord, Benny, why do you keep doing this to us? Really, I don't know. I should actually stop doing that. But I have something you might be interested in. In my Pong game, I got a little carried away with the AI. And, well, I've got an AI that's pretty much unbeatable at this point, and I thought I'd go ahead and show that off. So yeah, he's not technically unbeatable, but he's not going to let the ball get through. Let's just say that. Essentially, the way this guy works, he can figure out exactly where the ball's going to go, so he doesn't need to... You can't fool him with bouncing or anything. He's not going to get fooled. He knows where the ball's going to end up, so you can't fool him. The only way to beat him, and I mean the only way, is to somehow get the ball to move so fast... dagnabbit. So fast that it can get to that position that he knows it will be at before he can get there. So it's a little bit tricky like that. And yeah, I cannot beat this guy. If you think you can beat this guy, then you can download the code and compile it, and I know, I'm doing really old school here, but you can try the code for yourself and see if, you know, you can beat him. But yeah, I cannot defeat this guy in any reasonable capacity. I can maybe get 1 point on him if I'm lucky, but that's if I'm lucky. Yeah. Ultimate Pong game right here. If you want a challenging Pong game, this is it. This guy, yeah. But yeah. And also there's an example of what the whole engine I'm working... Well, yeah, I guess it is a game engine, but it's a really basic game engine I'm working on, just to experiment with how engine architecture is going to work out. So yeah. I was actually doing a test recording earlier, and I managed to actually score 1 point. I was really excited about... so close. I got really close at one time. Oh yeah! I can't believe I managed to do that again. But, yeah. In fact, you know, I'm going to go ahead and quit while I'm less behind. And yeah. Also, just while I'm still recording, I'm actually using a new recorder now because I had a huge problem with my last recording setup. And it just wasn't working out like I wanted to. So, this is my new recording setup. Hopefully, well, just let me know if this is working out for you. Let me know if my microphone isn't destroying things, because it very well might be. I haven't experimented with the settings like I'd like to. So, yeah. Let me know how that's working out. And, well, I'll see you, hopefully, next time I have some more time to record a video. Which is hopefully pretty soon, because I'm now on break. I'm now, you know, not doing things. It is around Christmas time, but hopefully I still have time to record. Anyways, it's 10 minutes in. I should stop boring you with my nonsense blabbermouth. So, yeah. See you next time. Enjoy Christmas, enjoy the holidays, and hopefully enjoy some more videos from me coming up relatively soon to a YouTube channel near you. See you then.